President-elect Trump's picks for key national security jobs just finished meetings on Capitol Hill with Republican lawmakers. These include nominees Pete Hegseth, Kash Patel, and Tulsi Gabbard. CNN's chief congressional correspondent Manu Raju is on Capitol Hill for us with a major update on Hegseth's nomination for Secretary of Defense. Tell us more, Manu.
Yeah, Senator Joni Ernst is considered one of the key, if not the most significant Republican votes in the entire Republican conference, just met with Pete Hegseth, actually for a second time. They also had another meeting over the weekend, given some of her concerns in dealing with Hegseth's past views opposing women in combat. Of course, Ernst was a combat veteran. Ernst has also been a victim of sexual assault, has called for changes to the practice, to how the Pentagon deals with those claims. And Hegseth, as we know, has been accused of sexual assault, something that he has denied. But after they have met, she indicated that she would support him through the process, she said. She sounded very positive about his confirmation prospects, although she's not quite a yes yet. You said supporting the process. It doesn't sound like you're a yes yet. Is that fair?
I'm supporting the process.
Can you confirm his denials about those assault allegations? Do you believe those denials?
I'll refer you back to this statement.
The pressure getting back home and primary politics playing into this?
We have been talking these same issues every meeting that we've had, and he had really thoughtful answers.
Now, Ernst has had a lot of pressure from folks who support Donald Trump to back this nomination, though she contended these were all part of discussions she was having with Hegseth, even as Ernst herself is facing re-election in a couple years. She did put out a statement, Jake, talking about her comments. She said that Hegseth had committed to a full audit of the Pentagon. She said he's going to select a senior official who will uphold the roles and value of our servicemen and women. And she also said, in talking about how she will support him through this process, she said, I look forward to a fair hearing based on truth, not anonymous sources, suggesting perhaps that those accusations of misconduct, accusations of excessive drinking and the like, she's not as perhaps concerned about that because some of these reports are based on anonymous sources, although, of course, he was accused of sexual assault in a police report. The accuser signed a non-disclosure agreement as well. But as you heard from her right there, I asked her if she believes those denials, and she said, I'll refer you back to my statement, Jake.
Donald Trump's pick to lead the Pentagon, Pete Hegseth, appears to be closing in on winning the support of a key Republican senator regarded as a crucial swing vote. I want to bring in CNN's Manu Raju. He's up on Capitol Hill. Manu, what are you hearing? What are you learning?
Yeah, a lot of Republican senators are falling in line behind Donald Trump's more controversial picks, including Pete Hegseth to lead the Pentagon. One key senator, Joni Ernst, a pivotal swing vote, someone who has pointedly refused to say if she would back his nomination, had met with him for his second time. That second meeting occurred today. Afterwards, she told me and other reporters that she, quote, supports him going through the process. Would not say if she's a yes yet, but she sounded very positive as Hegseth made some key assurances to her going forward. Now, there are also others as well, including Senator Lindsey Graham, who just met with Tulsi Gabbard, Donald Trump's pick to lead the department, be the director of national intelligence. Graham has a different view on issues like Ukraine and issues like Syria, but coming out of that meeting, Graham sounded positive about Gabbard's nomination.
We've had policy differences. I know her. I like her. She wanted to stay in the JCPOA. I thought that was a mistake. But, she'll be serving Trump.
And Wolf, also Kash Patel, who is Donald Trump's pick to be the new FBI director, as Donald Trump is essentially threatening to fire the existing FBI director, Christopher Wray, even though that's a rather unconventional and very controversial move to fire the existing FBI director. There are very few Republican senators who are pushing back. In fact, a lot of them are falling in line behind Kash Patel, including the incoming Republican chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, Chuck Grassley, told me earlier today that he is so essentially supportive of some of the things that Kash Patel assured him in their private meeting today, and others, including Senator Joni Ernst, who I mentioned there earlier, is also back, signaling she will back Kash Patel. So overall, a positive day for Donald Trump's picks on Capitol Hill, Wolf.